Many countries take pride in the percentage of their population that has obtained higher education. The United States ranks number 4 in the highest percentage of college graduates for their population. Also in the top 10 are Canada, Japan, New Zealand, and Finland. Out of all these countries, United States students have the most debt. What are the other countries doing differently? Canada, 51% of the population has graduated from college. It is ranked number 1 with the highest percentage of college graduates in the world. A rising number of U.S. citizens are migrating to Canada seeking higher education. Tuition rates in Canada are typically less than half the average college tuition in the United States. The total government student loan debt in Canada is $15 billion. In Japan, 45% of the population has graduated from college. Due to the high number of students, college in Japan is very competitive. 75% of high school graduates receive college acceptance every year. Roughly 50% of high school graduates are accepted to 4-year colleges, and 25% go to 2-year colleges. Japan's population is about 1/3 the size of the U.S. However, the total student debt in the United States is roughly 240 times the student debt in Japan. The total student debt in Japan is $5 billion. In New Zealand, 40% of the population has graduated from college. Student loans in New Zealand are interest-free while studying. Students can apply for allowances from the government, and based on needs, the government will provide weekly stipends for living expenses, which doesn't need to be paid back. The total student loan debt in New Zealand is $14 billion. In Finland, 38% of the population has graduated from college. Students' college tuition is free, and students are supported by the government that pays a portion of their rent. Loans are available to students for the cost of living, with very low interest. Even public transportation is discounted 50% off for students. Despite the government's great support for students, Finland spends 30% less per student than the United States. Since tuition in Finland is free, there is no student debt. In the United States, 42% of the population has graduated from college. Despite the high demand for support and education, the U.S. government has prioritized different causes. Only 2% of the U.S. budget is allocated to education. The U.S. has the highest average tuition rates in the world. The U.S. also has the highest average household disposable income. This income is barely enough to support one student's tuition. In all of these countries, most college graduates are able to find a paid job. However, the United States holds a significantly lower rate of uneducated employment. The United States has more student loan debt than anywhere in the world, totaling $1.2 trillion. Even if the population size of each competing country were comparable to the United States, the total debt in the United States would still outnumber these top-ranking educated